Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host John, aka Latherhog, and today, hopefully we're kicking off the first of a series of new videos called Viewer's Choice. In these videos, I'll be throwing a question out to you, the audience, via YouTube, Instagram, or the Lather Talk Discord, and we'll round those answers up, put them in a nice package, and present them back to you guys. Since so many things are preference-based in wet shaving, I thought a great first question to ask would be, why do you face lather? And for you bowl lathers out there, don't worry, I'll be throwing that question out there real soon. But today, I'll be sharing some responses from my fellow face latherers, why we do it, why we like to do it, and why it works for us. Now, before we move any further, if you like this video, if you want to help support the channel, please be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, or become a subscriber if you haven't done so already. Alright, so the first reason / category of responses I've simply called, it's the method I started with. JB Broman shared, I started wet shaving with face lathering, so it's easy for me. Using a bowl bores me, but more importantly, I'm worried about badgers. The ridges in the bowl takes a toll on them. Maybe I'm wrong. So like I said, a lot of these responses are just personal preferences, but I do want to address something that JB mentioned, and that is the ridges that are in some of the shaving bowls, which are meant to help aerate the lather. There have been folks who feel like they are either too sharp or too prominent, where if you're whipping up the lather, it'll damage a badger knot, especially when we consider a more expensive silver tip badger knot or hand-tied badger knot. These are things that people are really going to pamper and baby because, you know, they cost a pretty penny. Overall, I don't think ridges in shaving bowls really, unless you really go at it really aggressively, I mean, I don't know, some Hulk level strength in the bowl lathering, I think you should be okay. So while something like a cereal bowl that has a smooth bottom, there's no worries over that kind of bowl, but I have seen some people grab Japanese suribachi bowls, which are kind of used to, I think, grate like wasabi or ginger. You can get it really fine, but I can imagine that there's a lot of lines on the bottom. Something like that over time could be a little too aggressive. And I'm sure I'm gonna get some comments from people who do use a suribachi bowl for their lathers, which is fine. Leave a comment down below if that is your bowl of choice and if you found shedding or brush damage to be a problem at all. Alright, so I guess it's pretty obvious that a more familiar method will be the one of choice. But the next category or reason to face lather is more face time with the brushes. So Robert M had a really funny response, and he said, because why should the bowl get half the enjoyment? In another response, Ashish shares, the joy and the pleasure of a silver tip badger rolling on your face or a board brush well broken in. It's a therapy. It's one of the most important part of wet shaving. Why should bowl have all the fun? Another viewer shared, because I need less gear, and also because building the lather directly on my face allows me to keep my face wet all the way from the shower and until I put the razor to my skin. Building the lather directly on the face also helps prep the face that extra bit. So I really appreciate the humor in both those responses, and I have to wholeheartedly agree. I'm a face latherer myself, and I have some nice brushes. I've spent quite a bit on a brush collection, on some nice badger knots, even on some nice synthetic knots. And you basically get a face massage out of the process. Exfoliation is a often touted reason just to use a brush in general. So whether you're face lathering or bowl lathering, you're gonna get some of the benefits of the exfoliation, lifting of hairs and whatnot. But simply just more time of the brush on your face during the ritual of shaving, it's a great reason. And the third and final reason for face lathering is dialing in a better lather. So Caleb from Aylesworth Shaves shared, I started out bowl lathering and always had a tough time getting the dense, low structure, creamy, and glossy lathers that I saw others getting. I could do it in the bowl, but when I painted it on the face, it always seemed too thin. Enter the face lather. Somehow, when I started with a proto lather and then added water and built on the face, I just always get heaps of dense, rich, glossily perfect lather. Not sure why, but it just works better. In another response, viewer JW said, I have really hard water where I live, and found that when I started wet shaving many years ago, face lathering worked better and gave me a much more comfortable shave. Also, I like the feeling of building the lather right on my face and think that the lather, and therefore my facial hair, is more hydrated, which adds to the shave. So what's being touched upon in both those responses for dialing in a better lather is that with face lathering, there's just more of a tactile sensation or component to that technique. As you're building the lather on your face, I think you kind of get used to the feel of things as well as the look. Whether something's hydrated enough, too much water, not enough water, those multiple senses are being engaged, and I think helps people who like to face lather wind up with a better end result. There's also the factor of the lather itself having more time on the skin, especially compared with bowl lathering. So in this age of American artisanal shave soaps, there are all these ingredients that are being used to both make a slicker lather, but also the post-shave feel. And finally, in this last response from a viewer, this one doesn't quite fit in one category because multiple reasons were given. So Lee Hasley, a regular of the channel, he shared, "When I do face lather, it is due to a few things. One, if a soap smells really good, I want as much of it as possible right where I can enjoy the smell for as long as possible. Two, some soaps, in my experience, just get better results when I face lather them. And three, soaps that are heavy on skin food ingredients are somewhat wasted if only bowl lathered. You need the opportunity to work those ingredients into your skin." So Lee's response touched upon some of the other reasons to face lather and added one other new one, and that is the enjoyment of scent. And as regular viewers of the channel will know, the enjoyment of scent is a huge reason why I am into wet shaving, why this channel exists. Using this method of face lathering to just get closer to the scent for a longer period of time would simply make sense if that is also one of your favorite components of your shave. I want to thank everyone who submitted a response to this viewer's choice question. I do apologize if yours wasn't featured this time, but be on the lookout for future viewers' choice videos. The next video, as I mentioned earlier, will be reasons to bowl lather. So keep your eyes out. It's probably going to come out this coming week. Again, keep an eye on YouTube, the community tab, over on my Instagram, Latherhog, or the Lather Talk Discord. We'll be trying to pull in answers from all those different places, as I really do like this feeling of collaboration. Also, it's a way to involve you guys, and I'm just really appreciative of all the love and support, whether this is your first time here or you've been a long time viewer of the channel. You guys rock. And that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your busy day and joining me. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.
Today's video was made possible in part by our wonderful patrons. For more information about our Patreon, check out patreon.com/lathertalk. You can also check out our Etsy store and pick up a comfy Lather Talk t-shirt or coffee mug. Find all the links down below.